Hello everyone, and thank you for attending to the forum number 4, Global Initiatives in Harmony with Nature. Global initiatives in harmony with nature are of paramount importance as they recognize the interconnectedness of human well-being with the health of the planet. In the face of pressing environmental challenges, such as climate change, biodiversity loss, and lost economy degradation, collaborative international efforts are essential. Initiatives that prioritize harmony with nature promote sustainable practices, conservation of nature resources, and the protection of biodiversity. By fostering a global mindset of stewardship, these initiatives encourage responsible consumption to adoption of the eco-friendly technologies and the restoration of ecosystems. Embracing a harmonious relationship with nature not only safeguards the delicate balance of ecosystems, but also contributes to the resilience of communities worldwide. Such initiatives recognize that the well-being of humanity is intricately linked to the health of the planet, emphasizing the need for collective action to ensure a sustainable and thriving future for both people and the natural world. Now I will introduce to Ana Elisa Alcántara Valladolid. She belongs to Universidad Estatal Autónoma de México, and now she will start with her presentation.
Muy buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Ana Elisa Alcántara Valladolid. Soy profesor investigador del Instituto Interamericano de Tecnología y Ciencias del Agua de la Universidad Autónoma del Estado de México. Hoy presentaré el trabajo titulado La influencia de las interacciones biológicas con la contaminación de los sistemas acuáticos. En este trabajo se realizó la evaluación de los parámetros físico-químicos de la calidad del agua que existen en la laguna de Chimaliapan de la Ciénega de Lerma para relacionar la concentración de los contaminantes con la presencia de la densidad poblacional de los grupos bacterianos existentes. Dentro de estas interacciones se encuentran los ecosistemas, las comunidades y las poblaciones que van interaccionando entre ellas, sobre todo con diferentes compuestos y contaminantes que existen en la Ciénega de Chimaliapan. Es por ello, por realizar este trabajo. Estas interacciones se dan también con los ecosistemas que existen y los microorganismos. Dentro de los antecedentes, pues en la Ciénega de Lerma se aportan ciertos conocimientos que están relacionados de una manera tanto positiva como negativa, que van trabajando por sus aportaciones con las interacciones de los compuestos físico-químicos y microbiológicos en el sitio de estudio. Estas interacciones se pueden deber en cierta manera a una contaminación en estos sistemas acuáticos, pero también y principalmente a la contaminación del agua. Esta contaminación también se debe a la presencia de microorganismos en la Ciénega de Lerma. Las interacciones que existen de tipo microbiano en este sitio, que es un sistema acuático, indica el estado de salud ambiental que presenta la calidad del agua y la relación que existen entre los contaminantes de tipo antropogénico y, por lo tanto, este proyecto da como resultado una gran importancia y relevancia en la toma de decisiones para el manejo, protección, remediación de los recursos hídricos del Estado de México, específicamente de la Ciénega de Lerma. La Ciénega de Lerma se encuentra ubicada en el Estado de México, en el municipio de Lerma. Aquí se presenta la carta topográfica donde existe un polígono y de aquí, de esta zona, se tomó lo que es la ciénega de Chimaliapan. Específicamente en el Estado de México se encuentra el río Lerma, donde nacen, y estas ciénegas son un reservorio de vida lacustre que en su momento específicamente pues se ha tenido ciertas especies que viven en este sitio. Dentro de la metodología, lo que se realizó fueron la toma de muestra para los análisis físico-químicos como nitrógeno total, cloruros, nitratos, sulfatos, DQO, dureza total, nitritos, fosfatos. En el sitio se tomaron parámetros tales como pH, temperatura. Sin embargo, aquí se determinaron compuestos de una técnica a microescala, una técnica microbiológica, que se tomaron muestras en campo, se hizo una inoculación in situ y prácticamente todos estos parámetros se realizaron con muestras de agua. Se hicieron en tres temporadas los análisis físico-químicos y microbiológicos para poder hacer la caracterización del agua. Dentro de estos parámetros fueron nitrógeno total, dureza total, DQO, nitratos, cloruros, sulfatos, fósforo total y nitritos. Como se observa en la imagen, los resultados que más sobresalieron, pues a pesar de que en la ciénega del Lerma se consideraría que no hay fuentes de contaminación, pues aquí nos dimos cuenta que tenemos descargas de tipo clandestino, descargas industriales, donde se ve afectada el hábitat de ciertas especies. Aquí, de acuerdo a la determinación microbiológica que se hizo a microescala, se pudo determinar de manera taxonómica las bacterias que se encuentran en la ciénega de Chimaliapan. Cabe mencionar que se realizaron 3 monitoreos en 3 diferentes temporadas, en el mes de abril, en el mes de junio y en el mes de agosto. Las familias de bacterias que se encontraron de mayor frecuencia fue Velonaceae, Bacillonaceae, Chromataceae, Enterobacteriaceae. De acuerdo a la distribución temporal de las familias de hongos dentro de la ciénega del Lerma, se encuentra la Blastomadiaceae, Chytrimidiaceae, y la frecuencia de aparición fue en los meses de abril, junio y agosto. Cabe mencionar que de acuerdo a las correlaciones, hubo una correlación de tipo negativa entre los nitritos y la familia Bacillonaceae, donde se considera que los nitritos inhiben el crecimiento de las células vegetativas y de las esporas. También en una correlación negativa entre el nitrógeno total y la frecuencia de la familia Xanthomonaceae, encontramos que el nitrógeno total es un contaminante que disminuye el crecimiento de las bacterias. También dentro de la familia, dentro de las especies nitrogenadas se encuentran los nitratos y la frecuencia de aparición con la familia cromatácea retarda la síntesis de las proteínas, los nitratos, como se observa en la figura. Seguidamente, dentro de estas correlaciones que se hicieron, pues encontramos una correlación positiva entre la dureza total y la frecuencia de aparición entre la familia Enterobacteraceae. La dureza total que se hace es dureza al calcio y dureza al magnesio. Esto lo que está haciendo es un proceso de amortización en el pH, donde benefician los procesos celulares de oxidación enzimática. Finalmente, llegamos a las conclusiones que las interacciones biológicas aportan información sobre la calidad del agua. La ciénaga de Chimalhuacán muestra interacciones biológicas microbianas y sus correlaciones con los parámetros físico-químicos. Específicamente, la dureza total favorece a la familia Enterobacteraceae, mientras que el nitrógeno total y los nitratos inhiben a la familia Cromatáceae y Xanthomonatáceae, respectivamente. Aquí presento algunas referencias que se tomaron en cuenta para realizar este trabajo. Agradezco el tiempo a esta presentación. Muchas gracias. Muy buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Anelisa Alcántara Valladolid. Soy profesor investigador del Instituto Interamericano de Tecnología y Ciencias del Agua de la Universidad Autónoma del Estado de México. Hoy presentaré el trabajo titulado La influencia de las interacciones biológicas con la contaminación de los sistemas acuáticos. En este trabajo se realizó la evaluación de los parámetros físico-químicos de la calidad del agua que existen en la laguna de Chimalhuacán de la ciénaga de Lerma para relacionar la concentración de los contaminantes con la presencia de la densidad poblacional de los grupos bacterianos existentes. Dentro de estas interacciones se encuentran los ecosistemas, las comunidades y las poblaciones que van interaccionando entre ellas, sobre todo con diferentes compuestos y contaminantes que existen en la ciénaga de Chimalhuacán. Es por ello, por realizar este trabajo. Estas interacciones se dan también con los ecosistemas que existen y los microorganismos. Dentro de los antecedentes, pues en la ciénaga de Lerma se aportan ciertos conocimientos que están relacionados de una manera tanto positiva como negativa, que van trabajando por sus aportaciones con las interacciones de los compuestos físico-químicos y microbiológicos en el sitio de estudio. Estas interacciones se pueden deber en cierta manera a una contaminación en estos sistemas acuáticos, pero también y principalmente a la contaminación del agua. Esta contaminación también se debe a la presencia de microorganismos en la ciénaga de Lerma. Las interacciones que existen de tipo microbiano en este sitio, que es un sistema acuático, indica el estado de salud ambiental que presenta la calidad del agua y la relación que existen entre los contaminantes de tipo antropogénico y, por lo tanto, este proyecto da como resultado una gran importancia y relevancia en la toma de decisiones para el manejo, protección, remediación de los recursos hídricos del Estado de México, específicamente de la Ciénega de Lerma. La Ciénega de Lerma se encuentra ubicada en el Estado de México, en el municipio de Lerma. Aquí se presenta la carta topográfica donde existe un polígono y de aquí, de esta zona, se tomó lo que es la Ciénega de Chimaliapan. Específicamente en el Estado de México se encuentra el río Lerma, donde nacen, y estas ciénegas son un reservorio de vida lacustre que en su momento específicamente pues se ha tenido ciertas especies que viven en este sitio. Dentro de la metodología, lo que se realizó fueron la toma de muestra para los análisis físico-químicos como nitrógeno total, cloruros, nitratos, sulfatos, DQO, dureza total, nitritos, fosfatos. En el sitio se tomaron parámetros tales como pH, temperatura. Sin embargo, aquí se determinaron compuestos de una técnica a microescala, una técnica microbiológica, que se tomaron muestras en campo, se hizo una inoculación in situ y prácticamente todos estos parámetros se realizaron con muestras de agua. Se hicieron en tres temporadas los análisis físico-químicos y microbiológicos para poder hacer la caracterización del agua. Dentro de estos parámetros fueron nitrógeno total, dureza total, DQO, nitratos, cloruros, sulfatos, fósforo total y nitritos. Como se observa en la imagen, los resultados que más sobresalieron, pues a pesar de que en la Ciénega de Lerma se consideraría que no hay fuentes de contaminación, pues aquí nos dimos cuenta que tenemos descargas de tipo clandestino, descargas industriales, donde se ve afectada el hábitat de ciertas especies. Aquí, de acuerdo a la determinación microbiológica que se hizo a microescala, se pudo determinar de manera taxonómica las bacterias que se encuentran en la Ciénega de Chimaliapan. Cabe mencionar que se realizaron 3 monitoreos en 3 diferentes temporadas, en el mes de abril, en el mes de junio y en el mes de agosto. Las familias de bacterias que se encontraron de mayor frecuencia fue Velonaceae, Bacillonaceae, Chromataceae, Enterobacteriaceae. De acuerdo a la distribución temporal de las familias de hongos dentro de la Ciénega de Lerma, se encuentra la Blastomadiaceae, Chytrimidiaceae, y la frecuencia de aparición fue en los meses de abril, junio y agosto. Cabe mencionar que de acuerdo a las correlaciones, hubo una correlación de tipo negativa entre los nitritos y la familia Bacillinaceae, donde se considera que los nitritos inhiben el crecimiento de las células vegetativas y de las esporas. También en una correlación negativa entre el nitrógeno total y la frecuencia de la familia Xanthomonaceae, encontramos que el nitrógeno total es un contaminante que disminuye el crecimiento de las bacterias. También dentro de la familia, de las especies nitrogenadas se encuentran los nitratos y la frecuencia de aparición con la familia Chromatácea retarda la síntesis de las proteínas, los nitratos, como se observa en la figura. Seguidamente, dentro de estas correlaciones que se hicieron, pues encontramos una correlación positiva entre la dureza total y la frecuencia de aparición entre la familia Enterobacteriaceae. La dureza total que se hace es dureza al calcio y dureza al magnesio. Esto lo que está haciendo es un proceso de amortización en el pH, donde benefician los procesos celulares de oxidación enzimática. Finalmente, llegamos a las conclusiones que las interacciones biológicas aportan información sobre la calidad del agua. La ciénaga de Chimalhuacán muestra interacciones biológicas microbianas y sus correlaciones con los parámetros físico-químicos. Específicamente, la dureza total favorece a la familia Enterobacteriaceae, mientras que el nitrógeno total y los nitratos inhiben a la familia Chromatácea y Xanthomonaceae, respectivamente. Aquí presento algunas referencias que se tomaron en cuenta para realizar este trabajo. Agradezco el tiempo a esta presentación. Muchas gracias.
Our second speaker is Ling Xu. She belongs to Future Green.
Hello everyone, my name is Ling Xu. I'm the founder for a sustainability consulting platform called Future Green. Thank you so much for inviting me to attend this amazing World Green Science Day event. Talking about sustainable future, what is the definition for it? Sustainable future means that we live a good life quality, not for our generation, but also for the future generation. We use the clean energy, we maintain the harmony between the nature with the human race, we protect all the assets from the earth. Sustainability is not a new word, it's actually an old word because everyone knows that we have to do something about it. But how are we doing it and why we are doing it? That is something Future Green has been working heavily and hardly for the past few years. So Future Green wants to raise the awareness of sustainability among the general public. For the past few years, we have working with the landmarks in China. We have working with artists, musicians, fashion designers, movie producers to put a lot of interesting events of the nature. So we're working with NGOs, for example, like WWF or CI or Shanshui Conservations. We promoting their aims, their works, and their missions to the general public. We are not only giving the general public some academic background about the conservations, about our nature, about the problem that we are facing, but also this can be fun and fashion. We want every single one become a media on this part. So we encourage them to attend all the events because the events are all free. We encourage them to use their social media to spread all these informations. So this is how we're working with the general public. And also we are working with some celebrities and KOLs. For example, we have IP called Sustainable Faces. What is mean the Sustainable Faces is we invited KOL and young leaders to come on this project, working with the artists to use themselves as part of the art piece, to make some videos about their voices towards the earth, how to protect the earth, how we fight climate change. We use the young leaders' power. Hopefully more people can follow these pioneers, can follow their works. So that is something we are doing with the general public. Future Green is also a company alliance. At the moment, we have more than 100 companies has joined us. We are obviously focusing on sustainability area. We provide frequently events that engage company with international professionals, institutions, NGOs, and also take knowledge and some investments. So at this platform, we want to find a real and achievable solution for the companies. So we want to raise business opportunities, we want to share informations, we want to really solve the problem. So that is how Future Green Alliance can be benefits to the companies and also benefits to all the partners. Future Green also working heavily with local governments. We know on 2020, China has announced a 30-60 carbon neutrality target. China has been putting on a lot of effort on achieving those goals. Cities, they have regulations on supporting companies to achieve their carbon emission goals. Future Green has established and hosted some big summit in the past and working with the local governments. We want to share all the regulations and all the finance support and all the technical support to companies who are willing to setting up in local cities. Towards a sustainable future is not government's responsibilities. It is everyone's responsibilities. It needs all parties to get fully involved and fully engaged. Future Green is the platform that we created, and we want to establish dialogues between all parties. We want to share information with no limitation and no boundaries. With this platform, we hope more companies can join us. We hope more institutions, governments, professionals, and talented individuals can join us. Together, we can build a future for all with the vision of green.
Our third speaker is Pei Ting. He belongs to Jingshong College of Information.
Hello everyone, my name is Ting Pei, and my presentation topic is Forest and Health. Forest health. First, background introduction. With the advancement of urbanization and the expansion of urban scale, the population density has soared. Urbanization brings a lot of convenience to people's life, but also produces some negative effects, such as urban heat island effect. Secondly, the environmental pollution caused by urbanization, such as air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, and soil pollution, etc., affects people's physical and mental health. Thirdly, the urbanization of human lifestyle. People's pressure increases in the process of fast-paced work, life, and other aspects. Also, in such a space full of concrete shape, it is difficult to have a more comfortable space for residents to relax and cultivate their mind. By referring to relevant literature, we find that some scholars have analyzed residents' health level and its influencing factors. For example, Wang Li from Henan Polytechnic University has analyzed health level, spatio-temporal evolution featured, and influencing factors of the residents' health of China. The research results show that urbanization has a very significant impact on the health index of urban residents, and environmental quality has obvious influence on the health of urban residents. In addition to shaping some green landscape in the limited space of the city, forest health and forest landscape, also forest park and forest tourism and so on are gradually favored by people. The related research on forest recuperation mainly involves the construction of forest recuperation development and utilization mode and evaluation index system, the construction of forest recuperation resources, the development of forest recuperation tourism base, the composition of forest recuperation elements and landscape design, etc. In addition, we carried out with the theme of Forest King on Sinki, and the results showed that the majority mainly about the forest health landscape and system construction. We also further analyzed its research institutions and found that universities are the main research units. In addition, some related policies or documents, to a certain extent, promote the construction of forest health. During General Secretary X, I visited to Jiangxi province. It's pointed out that developing the economy under the forest, developing forest food, cultivating ecotourism, and new forms of business such as ecotourism and forest health should be cultivated. In the 2022 edition of the People's Republic of China Classification of Occupations, Forest Health Division was formally included. The kinds of forest health work category mainly include forest health teacher and landscape health teacher. Next, we carry on a simple explanation to the forest health. First is its concept. Forest health refers to rely on high-quality forest resources and equip with the corresponding health, leisure, and medical, recreation, and sports service facilities in the forest to develop self-cultivation, adaptation function, which may delay the aging of forest, recreation, vacation, convalescence, health care, aging, and a series of activities beneficial to human health. The main types of forest health are firstly, deep experience type, mainly carry out some activities in the forest space so that people can feel it. Secondly, physical fitness type, the typical examples such as typical forest bath, forest yoga, and forest walk, forest taikai, and so on. Thirdly, convalescent vacation type, which combines the design of the characteristic forest convalescent area, the forest characteristic lodging, the forest dietotherapy, and the fragrant convalescence, and so on, to embody its convalescent function. The function of forest health cultivation is analyzed from two aspects. The first is health, which mainly takes certain measures, provide a certain environment, or use a certain technology to provide people with such a relatively comfortable environment to promote their physical and mental development. The second is the role of forests. First of all, the role of forests on the environment. Plants can release oxygen, can form a natural oxygen bar, can also be used as air purifier. The effect of forest on organism can be analyzed from four aspects. Firstly, it is the gas mask of poisonous gas, which can catch dust and absorb harmful substances. Secondly, it is the CDC of nature. Thirdly, it is the noise insulating board. Fourthly, it is the psychotherapist, which can provide people with different scenarios to meet their spiritual needs. Large areas of forest trees can release oxygen, release fungicides, form negative oxygen ions, create a higher concentration of negative oxygen ions microenvironment. At the same time, can release some aromatic, especially aromatic plants. The effect of negative oxygen ions on the human body can be analyzed from the following aspects. Firstly, it can regulate the body's internal biological rhythm. Secondly, it can improve organ function. Thirdly, the pH value of blood and body fluids is weakly alkaline. Fourthly, improve lipid glucose metabolism, promote absorption and digestion. Fifthly, activate NK cells to inhibit the proliferation of harmful strains. The concentration of negative oxygen ions is one of the important indicators of air cleanliness and is directly related to the health level of the human body. Relevant studies have shown that negative oxygen ions can resist the function of NK cells active in cancer cells and can also inhibit the production of acretin and serum cholesterol. In view of the function of negative oxygen ions on the human body, we will continue to conduct corresponding literature search and research. Air ions act on human nervous system, body fluids, etc. to a certain extent, can play a role in the prevention and treatment of diseases. Its mechanism and method of action and corresponding measures, mechanisms, etc. we need to further explore and study. On the basis of basic theoretical research, we should pay attention to forest health practice. The typical cases are analyzed, such as Linkaigu Forest Health Base, Zhang Forest Health Base, Fielding White Tea Forest Health Base, and so on. In addition, the typical forest health base field investigation and real scene investigation through case analysis and practical investigation, in-depth environment. On this basis, the specific analysis and health landscape design. In addition, combined with the university environment, horticultural therapy, and teachers and students' psychological counseling practice exploration, through theoretical research and practical exploration and application of practice to improve the construction of healthy forest, healthy landscape, but also for the construction of healthy China and provide a force. A typical case, the forest health base of Linkaigu, Hebei Province. It covers a total area of 2,800 mu, and it is divided into forest health, leisure vacation, cultural tourism, 3 major industries. It mainly provides high-quality health, heart, elderly travel, sojourn services. Up to now, the completed projects are Health and Leisure Street, Pleasant Enjoy Landing Comprehensive Service Center, Zen Hospital, Medical Beauty Center, National Characteristic Therapy Care Center, Medicated Diet Bureau, Rehabilitation Center, Anti-Aging Center, Chronic Disease Conditioning Center, Physical Examination Center, Tea House, Medical Center, Bamboo Forest Academy, Gahonghit Mak Sebastian, Physiotherapy Center, National Forest Health Headquarters, Joy Enjoy Farm, Shushan Flower Sea, Holiday Apartment, Linqihui Reception Service Center, Forest Wooden House, Dream Night Foresty. In March 2023, it won the honorary title of National Health Demonstration Town and National Health Demonstration Area, adhering to the enterprise vision of being the leading brand of healthcare in China, focusing on the core values of customer first, focus on quality, and play promising. We are committed to creating Jingnan Forest Health First Class.
Our first presentation is Di Xiaoying, belonging to Jiangshao College of Information.
Dear delegates, I'm Di Xiaoying from Jinzhong College of Information. The topic of my report is global land reclamation and soil health. We will elaborate on this subject in 4 parts. The first part is soil and soil health. The second part is land reclamation and soil health. The third part is soil fertility and soil health. And the fourth part is soil scientific management to promote soil health. The first part of the content from 2 aspects. The first aspect is soil health. The second aspect is soil omics. What is soil health? The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Natural Resources Conservation Service clearly defines soil health as the continued ability of soil to serve as an important biological ecosystem for sustaining plants, animals, and humans. and the national standard of cultivated land quality clearly stimulates that soil, as a dynamic living system, has a sustainable ability to maintain its function. Its capacity is mainly expressed by soil cleaning capacity and biodiversity. Many scholars also believe that soil health and human health, animal health, environmental health is a big organism. In the continuum of soil plant population, soil health and microbial cycle is a core of the achieve great health. So the second question we need to ask is, what is the soil microbiomes? Soil contains the most diverse microbial communities on Earth. Bacteria, archaea, fungi, various protists, and some microanimals, which can be collectively referred to as the soil microbiome. In the soil microbiome meets most of the criteria indicating the biological indicators of soil health and can be used as an important indicator of soil health. Especially in recent years, with the breakthrough of high-throughput sequencing technology and the development of bioinformatics, the study of soil microbiome and soil health has developed rapidly, especially since 2012. The number of related research publications has skyrocketed. Soil microbiome is a research direction which is mainly in the coupling research of soil microbiome function and soil health, and we should make more efforts in this aspect in this future. The research of multi-omics coupling function mainly focuses on amplification sequencing, geomics, microtranscriptomics, and microproteomics. The second part is about land reclamation and soil health in coal areas. This part is divided into two aspects. The first part is about soil problems in coal mine areas, and the second part is about land reclamation technology. What kind of problem exists in the soil of coal mining area? From the diagram on the left, we can see that there are soil crackling, land compaction, and land collapse. Why is this a problem? Because on the one hand, human mining activities will make the soil stripping. The geology is destroyed. On the other hand, because this part of coal with bad quality does not meet the requirement of the market, there is some overstock resulting in land damage and occupation, destruction of surface plants, serious damage to the ecosystem, and a significant decline in carbon storage. What measures should be taken for land reclamation in this coal mining area? Physically, chemical, and biological measures are generally adopted to promote plant colonization and improve the soil ecological environment in mining areas. What we use most is joint improvement technology. Among the combined improvement technologies, chemical plant, microbial plant combined improvement technology is the most suitable for ecological restoration in mining areas. At present, there are a lot of environmental materials, including humic acid, biomass, carbon, water retaining agent, microbial fertilizer, etc., can be used in land reclamation, and the restoration effect is good. In the whole ecosystem of the coal mine area after reclamation, the content of soil organic matter increases, and the soil bulk diversity and pH are improved. Soil carbon storage also increased logarithmically with the increase of litter biomass. The land reclamation and ecological restoration of mining area have double function of increasing sink, which can not only restrain the carbon emission of damaged land, but also restore the original carbon sink. In the context of carbon neutrality, there are great opportunities for development. The third part is about soil fertility and soil health. As we all know, soil fertility is a fundamental property of soil. Why is there such a fundamental attribute? From two aspects, one is the aggregate, the other is the soil microorganism. Soil aggregates are micromolecular organic materials in the soil that bond together some nano-sized clay particles, larger powder particles, and larger sand particles. The glue secreted by microorganisms and roots makes the aggregates further larger and more stable. The same soil has pores of different sizes, with water retention and fertilization performance. The humus of clay particles and macromolecules. The surface of the humus has the electric charge, so the soil has the property of holding fertilizer. The aggregate and the space formed by it form the home of all kinds of organisms in the soil. The aeration and water retention of the soil provide conditions for the survival and reproduction of all kinds of organisms in the soil. As can be seen from the diagram on the left, the structure on the far left belongs to the single grain structure. The one in the middle belongs to the small aggregate structure, and the one on the right belongs to the aggregate structure. The single grain structure is mainly a mechanical combination of some powder, clay, and sand particles, and some organic matter is added to the small aggregate structure, and the aggregate structure contains part of the small aggregate. Next, we are going to talk about soil microbiomes and soil health. How do you evaluate soil health? The minimum data set model is generally used to evaluate soil health. It provides a variety of soil health indicators through expert pre-assessment, and then calculates them through mathematical statistical analysis, generally choosing 6 to 8 indicators. Next, soil cycling and soil health. The carbon cycle is the core of the material cycle of the Earth ecosystem. The increase of atmospheric greenhouse gases will have an important impact on global climate change. And the soil organic carbon pool is one of the largest and most active carbon pools in the surface layer of the terrestrial ecosystem. More carbon is stored in the soil than in all the plants, all the animals, and the atmosphere combined. Therefore, small changes in soil carbon can profoundly affect the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. For soil scientific management to promote soil health, 2 aspects. One is to protect soil biodiversity. The second part is to improve soil organic matter. Soil biodiversity is the key to soil management. Soil biodiversity is closely related to agricultural production. There are rich and diverse biological groups in soil which are involved in organic matter accumulation and transformation, nutrient fixation and transformation, soil structure improvement, pollutant decomposition and transformation, and soil-borne disease spread and control. Soil ecological function plays an important role. The soil has beneficial organisms for plants to be beneficial. There are harmful organisms that will cause plant disease. The organisms in a healthy soil plant system are in a mutuality condition. Soil biodiversity is a cornerstone of these systems' equilibrium and stability. And biodiversity is the engine of the plant's evolution. Soil organic matter is a core of soil management. Soil organic matter generally refers to the substance derived from life in soil, including microorganisms, soil animals, and secretions, plant residues, and plant secretions in soil. Soil organic matter can be divided into 4 parts. The living biological part is the engine of soil nutrients conversion, and the fresh soil organic matter such as dead branches and leaves. It is a potential food source for soil microorganisms. The decomposed organic matter is the carbon source and energy of soil organism. The glue that builds soil aggregation turns it into stable organic matter and humus, and a nutrient reservoir of the soil that enables the soil to have buffering ability. Organic matter has a positive impact on the physical, chemical, and biological properties of the soil. Therefore, the scientific management of soil organic matter is a key to achieve green storage and technology. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Our fifth presentation is Yu Shi, belongs to Fudan University.
Hi everybody, my name is Yu Xi, and today my topic is the constructive bridge between Chinese elegant ideology to environmental mobilization from life posture of the scholarship in Tang Song Dynasty to the awakening of environmental consciousness. A while ago, I was fortunate to learn something about the current state of biodiversity in China and the world, and here I just share something about it. There are currently some 3,000 nature reserves of the various levels in China for the special protection and management of biodiversity in these environments. Geological formations and also water resources, including but not limited to the Changbai Mountain, Wolong, and Tianmu Mountains, and so on. We are here hoping to put the idea of the ecological civilizations into practice, promote the building of a community of human destiny and a community of life on Earth, and deeply implement the spirit of series of speeches made by our presidency. So this study actually investigated the relationship between Chinese elegant ideology and environmental mobilization to explore a new possibility of consciousness awakening for the environmental protection. The author I considered the life posture of the scholar in Tang Song dynasties, and it can lead a demand for the inheritance of idea and the civilizations as well as the elegant and sustainable life orientations. The study will further identify the ideological and spiritual guidance and practical demonstrations of the cultural ideology for the environmental movements by considering the environmental mobilizations, causes, and influential factors in the modern society. So it is supposed to get a trade-off between natural integration, social integration, the elegant life dynamics of the Tang Song dynasty constructs and kind of interactions between natural and mainstream human social behavior, which actually also dramatically reduces the segregation and contradiction between social and natural integration. The study will advocate a sustainable and contracted new form that appeals to human spirits was studying the selection of scholars in the Tang and Song dynasties. Actually, what we called Fengya is that Fengya is a word oriented by the books of songs, and it is here translated into elegance. And this is actually a process of following the Zhou rites and giving benevolence, that is studying and spreading culture. If in ancient times, the elegance was a positive action of embracing ritual and those of following the civilizations. And today we will consider it has been developed at that time in action of as a recognition, recognizing what civilization and culture were. So seeing its value in practicing and understanding the practical actions. So here we got to the results because we just have time limits. The core of the culture of this Tang Song scholar lies in the succession, so which is also the core of the elegance under the forest. It is a unique traditional way of expressing the idea of elegance. The so-called hermitage is the pursuit of simplicity and inner peace, and the most direct expression of which is to live in seclusion and avoid the world. So, in face of these frustrations, most of ancient Chinese literatures equilibrities also choose to seek their source and consciousness by living in the seclusion and solitude in the mountains. So since the Tang Dynasty influenced by the cultural and of the seclusion, to the desire for the seclusion and solitude was gradually expressed in many literary creations and paintings. The idea of seclusion here expressed in Tan and Song's literary works merely comes from the pursuit and the aspirations of their interest in the secluded world. Sorry, this way is better. And also it comes to a value of life. Therefore, in this section, we will explore the relationship between elegance, consciousness, and environmental mobilization by analyzing and summarizing first-hand historical data, and to explore the part of environmental consciousness that can be seen in the life culture from scholars, and the law that elegance consciousness itself, a kind of environmental consciousness that can be awakened. So we got three parts. First is the integration of elegant thought and environmental protection of scholar elements in Tang Song dynasty. The second is the concept of the natural and social integration in the sense of elegance constructions and mobilizations. The third is elegance consciousness is environmental mobilizations. So then we got something to discuss. First, and the core one, I think, is to promote the dynamic transformation of spiritual civilization implemented thought through the historical experience inherent in the tradition. So this paper actually hopes that the idea of elegance will be reconsidered in the application of the environmental protection mobilizations, and based on the traditional historical experience and socialist ideology of the elegance adapted to the logic and thinking of the new China will be constructed. So on this basis, it advocates the demands and the passive and dynamic transformation of spiritual civilizations. The thought is mainly manifested in the Song culture of the integration of three religions, Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism, and some are high moral integrity, and some are the free and easy way, and some are the thinking of the inner understanding, and some are clarities. And second, we're talking about environmental protection ideology under the guidance of elegance. Thinking in the modern society coexists in the secular life. The difficulty of enjoying both the spiritual enjoyment and material desire was reflected in the Tang Song dynasties. When the thought of elegance flourished, the contradiction between the elegance and secularizations come from the distinction between economic conditions, but it also comes from the core ideology that values spirit and light material. In Confucianism cultures that were reclusive, people often fight against material poverty with their moral purities. In modern society, the environmental protection ideology we can construct under the guidance of elegant thinking should also be detachment to the concept as unconventional and original. And this may need to be supported by self-regulation, laws and penalties, as well as by business and policies cultivating individual cultural identity will give the whole society a strong sense of responsibility for environmental protections. Thirdly is that the construction of the strategy guiding the contemporary context in the wheel of China's elegant ideology. It is a philosophy form of a new civilization emphasizes the wholeness of man and culture, nature, and opposes the unilateral emphasis on the obsession between man and nature, as well as the isolation of man and nature. The philosophy of ecological civilization observes things and understands the world from the perspective of ecology, in which man and nature in harmony and symbiosis, and believes that the world is a composite ecosystem jointly composed of man and nature. General Secretary Xi has proposed the construction of a community of life between man and nature, placing it in the macro context of the community of human destiny. Today, China regards the construction of ecological civilization as a very important status to promote this non-dichotomous social and ecological construction of harmonious coexistence between human beings and nature. And we need to use Chinese elegant ideology to integrate the habits of the Tang and Song scholars, who were the form of traditional culture and historical civilizations into modern society, and combine the Marxism science and these cultural aspects into significant and sustainable spiritual pillars. Thanks for listening.
Our sixth presentation is Li Xunxuan, affiliation in Yingsheng College of Information.
Hello everyone, I'm very happy to share this report with you. The topic of my report today is injecting sustainable development into every link of the industrial chain, taking Huaxi biotechnology as an for example. Okay, let's take a look now. This sharing will start from three aspects. First, let's take a look at sustainable development. The emergence of green energy has paved the way for a carbon-neutral pathway for us. Recently, China ushered in the third anniversary of carbon peak carbon neutrality, guided by the double carbon goal. The green and low carbon transformation of China's economic and social development has achieved remarkable results in the past 3 years. The smooth advancement of the double carbon goal is inseparable from the application of a new generation of cutting-edge technologies, especially in the field of biological manufacturing. Cutting-edge technologies, such as synthetic biology, have become the key underlying support for achieving the double carbon goal and green manufacturing. Here, I will take Huaxi biology as an example for specific analysis. Bloomage Biotech won the 2023 ESG Best Practice Case of Listed Companies by the China Association of Public Companies. While practicing ESG, low carbon and environmental protection measures, Bloomage Biotech has also been committed to promoting green manufacturing with technological innovation. In the practice of ESG low carbon environmental protection initiatives, the company has also been committed to using technological innovation to promote green manufacturing to its production of hyaluronic acid, for example. We can see from the figure that in the past, hyaluronic acid was extracted from animal tissues such as cockscomb, which not only had a long breeding cycle but also had a low extraction rate. 200 kilograms of cockscomb, about 2,000 chickens could extract 1 kilogram of hyaluronic acid, greatly increase the cost of production. Later, Huaxi biological large-scale production of hyaluronic acid through microbial fermentation technology. Only 10 to 20 小时 hours of fermentation, not only fast time, high yield, low cost, but also practice green and low carbon environmental protection. Green biofabrication is a cycle, not a single link. Therefore, Huaxi biological uses synthetic biotechnology to achieve the green production of substances throughout the whole process of enterprise management. Here are some examples I found. It is enough to see that Huaxi biological has always put green development in the first place. Under the dual carbon goal, sustainable development has gradually become the only way for enterprises. I think Huaxi biology can continue to study in these four directions. increase research and development investment costs, green production throughout the line, continue to promote the public welfare in the cloud project, uphold ESG governance philosophy. As a leading enterprise in the field of biotechnology, Bio is actively implementing the Sustainable Development Strategy, playing the role of industry benchmark, and providing more powerful help for the realization of the national dual carbon goal and ecological civilization. Thank you, my share is over.